When we think of luxury winter wear, our minds instantly go to cashmere, merino, or alpaca. But out on the freezing, unforgiving plains of North America, nature spent thousands of years perfecting an insulator that outperforms them all. Welcome to the intersection of ancient nature and relentless, cutting-edge technology. You are looking at one of the most advanced textile facilities on the planet.
But this factory doesn't process synthetic fibers. It doesn't even process standard sheep's wool.
This multi-million-dollar facility is dedicated entirely to harvesting and refining one of the rarest. Bison down is incredibly light, astonishingly soft, and naturally moisture-wicking. But turning the rugged, matted coat of a 2,000-pound beast into a sleek, ultra-luxury winter coat requires a
Today, we are taking you behind closed doors to witness the complete transformation. From the raw, muddy fur to the high-end boutique.
Our journey begins at the crack of dawn in the facility's intake zone.
In the wild, bison naturally shed their incredibly dense winter undercoats every spring.
A convoy of specialized transport trucks arrives, carrying hundreds of American bison. A convoy of specialized transport trucks arrives, carrying hundreds of American bison.
Here, the shedding process is carefully managed to safely harvest the fleece while providing the animals with relief from the impending summer heat.
But before a single blade touches these animals, they must pass a rigorous, high-tech health inspection.
As the massive beasts step down the metal ramps, they are guided into state-of-the-art holding corridors.
Workers in sterile blue uniforms don't just use their eyes, they use data. Above each pen,
Technicians use thermal imaging cameras and handheld biometric scanners to check each animal's temperature, stress levels, and coat density.
Bison are wild, rugged animals. They roll in the dirt, sleep in the mud, and carry the wilderness in their fur.
before the wool can be harvested, it needs a serious deep clean. Approved bison are gently guided into what is essentially a massive, automated industrial spa.
From every angle, precisely calibrated jets of warm water and high-pressure steam blast the animals.
Expert shearers, armed with high-powered, industrial-grade clippers, go to work. With smooth, practiced motions, the heavy, matted outer layers are peeled away. Beneath the coarse guard hairs lies the true prize, the butter-soft, downy undercoat.
Now, the factory truly comes alive. The raw, wet fleece drops onto a stainless steel conveyor system and begins its long journey through the facility. The first stop is the primary sorting line.
Here, technicians manually rake through the moving mountains of wool, pulling out any lingering debris.
Or unusable coarse hair. It's a fast-paced environment where human eyes are still the best tool for initial quality control.
The prime fiber is then funneled into large holding hoppers. Digital scales instantly calculate the weight.
An automated system generates a unique barcode. This ensures absolute traceability. Every single ounce of wool can be tracked back to the exact day and batch it was harvested.
Packed into massive metal bins, automated forklifts transport the wool into the sterilization sector.
The bins are sealed inside heavy-duty, glowing sterilization chambers.
Extreme heat,
pressurized steam, and high-intensity UV light completely neutralize any impurities in seconds.
To make the fiber usable in luxury clothing, it must undergo a scouring. The sterilized wool is lossal.
Using environmentally friendly detergents and thousands of gallons of rapidly circulating water, the wool is tumbled relentlessly.
This rigorous washing targets suint, the natural, greasy sweat produced by the animal. As the water drains,
But wet wool is heavy and impossible to spin. It must be dried immediately.
The damp fiber is spread into a wide, even layer on a mesh conveyor belt and fed into a gauntlet of high-heat drying ovens.
Inside these glowing chambers, temperatures skyrocket to 240 degrees Fahrenheit.
But it's not just heat. Massive industrial fans force air up through the mesh belt.
This aerates the fiber, evaporating the moisture instantly and causing the wool to expand and fluff up.
Point maximizing its natural loft and insulating properties.
What emerges from the ovens looks like soft, brown clouds. Now, textile engineering takes over. The fluffy wool is fed into the carding machines.
If you were to look inside, you would see giant, spinning cylinders covered in millions of microscopic wire teeth.
These teeth aggressively comb the chaotic, tangled fibers, stretching them out and aligning them in a single, uniform direction.
What goes in as a disorganized pile comes out the other side as a delicate, continuous. This web is gently gathered together to form a thick, continuous rope, known in the industry as a sliver.
These slivers are then pulled into the drafting and spinning hall.
Row after row of automated machinery stretches the sliver out, drawing it incredibly thin.
Simultaneously, the machine twists the fiber at blinding speeds. This twisting action locks the short hairs together,
Transforming them from loose fluff into a continuous, highly durable thread with immense tensile strength. The bison wool yarn is now spooled and ready.
The spools of heavy bison yarn are transferred to the weaving floor. This is where the fabric is born. Massive, computer-controlled looms operate with aggressive speed. Thousands of vertical threads, the warp, are intersected by horizontal threads, the weft.
Sterilization. The machines weave the yarn so tightly and quickly that it becomes a blur to the human eye. The result is a dense
That is practically impervious to the cold. Once washed and pressed into massive rolls, the fabric is moved to the cutting room. With surgical precision, it cuts out the intricate geometric panels, the sleeves, the lapels, the back, that will form the final coat.
Assembly is where cold automation meets traditional human artisanship. The laser-cut panels are distributed along the sewing line.
While robotic arms are used to hold, flip, and align the heavy material, skilled human operators guide the complex seams through industrial sewing machines.
Every stitch is heavily reinforced. Automated stitches take over for the finishing touches.
Before a jacket is cleared, it goes through the steam finishing tunnel.
The garments are draped over robotic mannequins and blasted from the inside out with high-pressure steam.
A green quality pass flashes on the monitor. The jacket is perfect.
In the final stage, robotic arms carefully bag the coats and place them into shipping boxes.
Automated forklifts load the pallets onto waiting trucks, ready to be dispatched across the globe.
From the muddy, freezing plains of the American Midwest to the sleek, brightly lit floors of high-end boutiques,